This is a way... Oh, this is single track right here, right. This gets to the hill section. The old enduro section. I don't really do it this way, though. I'm like coming out this way. All by myself today, no need to go crazy here. Oh, we'll just save the crazy till when we're warmed up. Oh, that's the hiking trail. That gets us down to the, oh, they got a bridge and everything down there. That's kind of cool. Oh, I did not see that when I came through here last time. Of course, I was probably whipping down there and not paying attention. So it's supposed to rain today. I did not bring the waterproof case for the camera. And it's a little dark out. Careful stump. Kind of a newer cut back over there. It's a little bumpier than normal. Oh, that's a little log crossing. It's cute. Big one? Good. The thing about log crossings is you kind of just got to go for it. If you hesitate or if you try to go a little slower over them, you tend to get hung up on them. Because they're always freaking wet. Always. Branch to the face. Yeah, no idea why log crossings are always kind of wet all the time. It's slimy. So with enough momentum, you don't really notice them. Whatever. There's no wrong answers here. You kind of have to cross sideways. See, it kind of feels yucky over it too, just because of that little sideways kick. See, and that one's kind of, oh, that one was nothing. Whee! Try not to ride over the roots either. One, they're kind of hard on you. Two, they're kind of, you really don't want to disrupt the roots too much. You don't get much choice on a tree like this though. There's a lot of roots. A lot of trees. Ooh. Ooh. Well, that was kind of a surprise. That's a big tree that's kind of down on the way. Yeah, we had a kind of a big windstorm here a little while ago, and I probably should be a little bit more careful. I mean, obviously that was easy to get through, but kind of took you by surprise. Woo, woo, woo. There we go. I know, bike, I know you want to go full stupid at this point, but we're not going to do that yet, okay? See, you couldn't even hold your line there, bike. You want me to drive like an asshole and you don't even want to hold your line. Yeah, these little parts are fun. Little tiny elevation change. Ah, you shouldn't be sitting for that. suspension's really, really good on this bike. I know a lot of reviews say the same thing, but it's true. The suspension's really good. Like, it doesn't feel that far off from the YZ forks and shock. And those are considered the best in the industry, I guess. So whoever does the shocks on this has probably figured out how to copy those ones. Woo! There we go. Had to do a little bit of wiggling around some roots. There's a big uphill climb. Whee! And by big, I mean not big. I'm also testing out this new camera right now because my dislike of GoPro means that I'm not going to buy another one of those ones. It kind of screwed me. This is a Yi camera, Yi4K. It seems to be color-wise and motion-wise a lot better than the Apex camera that I picked up off Amazon, which is also an okay camera. It's just it doesn't seem to do well in the woods at all. Very muddy color. Big root trying to prop me sideways. There we go. Muddy section right here. We got to kind of go up and around. Wow, it didn't really help the muddy section there at all. Now normally I'd actually pull my mirrors off as well because, you know, the mirrors are kind of in the way for this kind of stuff. But I didn't feel like taking them off. I could put them in my bag pretty easily. Or I could just whack them on everything. It doesn't really matter, does it? Kind of set in there so that they move around a little bit. I know, bike, you want to go fast. But kind of lazy today. Don't want to have to beat myself up for the things that are required to go fast. Oh, there's my exit that I was supposed to come in earlier. So we're exactly where we're supposed to be. And I kind of missed the trail here. Whatever. Oh boy, these are thorns. Yay, these feel great on the arms. Yay, thorns. Except there's stumps right at the end of it, so it's terrifying. Ever since I broke my foot doing some yard work, I've been scared of stumps because I really don't want to. I used to hit them pretty freaking hard. Even with the boots on, it hurts. Especially if you're going at pretty good speed. Pro tip, do not hit stumps with your boots. So that's kind of a cool little one where we had to do an uphill and a downhill corner almost immediately. So that's where a lot of people will notice the weight of a bike like this. So this bike's obviously not a pure enduro bike or motocross or anything like that. It's a dual sport, kind of with an enduro engine in it. And an enduro frame. So maybe it's a little bit of an enduro bike, but Honda added a lot of stuff to it to make it a lot more street friendly, a lot more comfortable, which is cool, which is what you want. Especially if you're driving trail to trail, like even better if you have a long ride to a trail. You want something that's not going to beat you up too much on the highway. I can just go up my backyard and take a short rip to get to this spot. And and like 4 other ones that are pretty close to here too. See? You didn't want to hold your line there. You want to go fast, but you don't want to hold your line. What do you want, bike? It's mostly me, you know. I blame the bike for a lot of things, but it's me. There's a couple, this particular track has a couple of these uphill, then immediate corner things, and then, you know, you should be able to see them on the medium view, the view here that I'm doing. Whew. That sand was a bit slippery in that corner. Here's one, right here. Up, and then down and around a corner. Now the reason I mention these is these are where people kind of feel the weight of a larger bike. You know, along this stuff right here, you're not going to feel nothing. Feels like any other bike I ride. But when I have to go up around a corner and kind of balance for half a second, like right here, there we go. You got to kind of do a little balancing act there. Oh boy, get you back over here. Cool, I know where we are. We're going to be going by the big cliff. This cliff used to scare the crap out of me. This trail is really rutted out right now, so it doesn't feel great. And it's narrow. I mean, nothing in here is really that narrow, I guess. But, yeah. Narrow is relative when you've got these massive bat-wing mirrors sticking out the side. Alright, buddy. So the leaves are coming in. I'm seeing a whole lot of... I couldn't actually figure out what the trail was going on that one. Alright, that's good. That's a fun one right there, because if you go down and then up immediately and around a corner, it's you kind of lose the weight of the bike at that point, and you feel nothing. And that kind of corner, it sucks a little bit, but it's not bad. Gotta put my foot down for it. I don't dab a lot anymore, but it's still kind of confidence-inducing in some situations. But as weird as it sounds, it's the throttle will actually save you in many, many more situations. It's a little bit of a couple step downs from some roots. Whee! Down into the valley. So there's a huge cliff beside me, and it's a little intimidating. I really don't like to look at it. The mirror moved on that one. We definitely were hanging onto the side of the trail a little much. Now this uphill kind of sucks too, because there's another rooty. Yeah, that's not that bad actually right now. Okay, mirror. Bunk, bunk, bunk. Stay there. And we go, I think, back down into the valley at this point, because I know we're going to go uphill. Oh, hello. That's a fairly recent fallen over tree. So it looks like someone's already got a nice little trail going over here. Oh, come on, mirror. We didn't hit anything that hard. You stay in place. There we go. Oh, yeah, this is actually kind of a weird rutted corner. Shocking number of face slappers on this trail. My face is getting slapped repeatedly. I probably deserve it for something I've done. Alright, we're getting lazy. We're driving with just the throttle. Giving the hand a little rest. Kind of jerky, but long as the corners are okay, it's, yeah, see? You just, I don't have to use it for that one. So if I'm not driving with a clutch, this is most often where I'm going to stall out or something. But you know, it's actually been going pretty good so far. It's like cruise control almost. The idle is set high enough that I can actually follow these trails a lot of times without touching the clutch. It's almost like having a recluse. Woo! You can hear it going down there though. Come on, little 4-stroke. You can do it. I know you can't idle as low as my 2-stroke though. 2-stroke can just go blap, 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 and it would still recover perfectly fine. Doesn't seem to kill this one before. Ah, that's quite the corner right there. Almost a full 180. Probably see on the video I don't use a lot of throttle ever. That is intentional. This is still a very high horsepower 450. Certainly a lot faster than my 2-stroke. For straight line performance, it's really no contest. This thing's a monster. And it's kind of geared for street a little bit. Street and maybe trail. I don't know. The gearing seems to be... I really had a complaint about the gearing. You know, some people online like to change the sprockets around or something. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's really needs anything. Like, if I went with a smaller sprocket, I'd probably be doing this in 3rd gear instead of 2nd, so I would lose some of the torque, which, I don't know, there's a lot of torque. So, this is basically what we call a pleasure cruise. I'm really, really not hitting this trail very fast. I feel like I kind of have to have people egging me on to really drive you responsibly. Nice little flowy segment. Hello, Roots. I have my suspension set pretty loose, but Roots are still a bit of an issue. Could go a little bit down on the rebound. Can't go too fast here. We're turning into a bush in a second. There we go. I always miss this thing too. Usually blow right past it. One time I blew past it, hauled off on my brakes, and actually wiped out myself and the bike, both of us sliding down there. I was on the TTR 230 though. So falling isn't quite the same distance. It's more funny than dangerous. Unfortunately, we can't do any clutchless driving through this place very easily. It's a little bit hairy. Log to hop over, but it doesn't, I guess it's so mudded up or something, it doesn't even look like it. It just looks like a bump now. Bump, bump, bump. flowy section there. Little bumpy thing at the end there, little route that I was on sideways. Here we go, across the main trail again. That's where the snowmobiles and side-by-sides and ATVs go. So second gear, that's basically what I'm using for most of this. Second gear has a wide enough throttle range that I can be going either kind of taking it easy like I am right now, or going like full out madness mode. See, we can go down to first. See, first is like this. Rawr, 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 rawr. Yeah. So this is just a growly monster in first, and we're really just making noise and not really going anywhere. But for super technical stuff, it's actually kind of nice. You slow it right down. Look at this. Woo! First is almost like cruise control. It's hard to stall it out, and it still goes up hills and stuff like that. Ooh, I whacked a stump, the exact same thing I told you guys not to do. But that's okay, we're in cruise control mode. Look how much throttle I'm using here. Woo! It's kind of weird now, having my hands on the throttle. Okay, look. We're still moving. We're going up a hill. We're not stalling. We're still moving. So at idle in first gear, this thing has enough torque to just drive the bike. Just drives by itself. No throttle inputs whatsoever. No clutch. Nothing. And we are driving. Oh, let's see. Can I make it up this hill? I'm okay to stall out. I'll stall out. I'm perfectly fine. Oh, you gonna do it? You gonna do it? I did it. Okay, back to second gear. Stop playing around.